What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be discussing the box office for this weekend, which was an absolutely insane weekend for the box office. So many insane records to talk about with Sinners and Revenge of the Sith, Minecraft Accountant 2, all of it. So the first thing, one of the big things, is Sinners, which dropped a mere 5% in its second weekend, which is something that you basically never see happen. This is one of the lowest drops in the history of second weekend drops at the box office. The only one that has done better is the original Avatar in 2009, which dropped only 1.8%. So Sinners is just doing absolutely incredible. It made $48 million its first weekend, and now $45 million on its second weekend, which is something that you just never see. You just never see that kind of hold, and especially for an original film, this is absolutely incredible and just awesome for Warner Bros., which had a rough first start to the year and is now picking up steam for sure. Another film that we need to talk about is Revenge of the Sith, which is the Revenge of the Sith re-release, which made $25 million this weekend, and it is the, I believe, third best re-release in the history of Hollywood, of all re-releases. And it is behind, I believe, Lion King and then the original Star Wars re-release back in 1997. Obviously, Sinners' success has a lot to do with its incredible cinema score. It's the first horror film ever to receive an A cinema score, and so that definitely helped its incredible second weekend, and that word of mouth just got everybody to the theater to see this thing, and I would not be surprised to see this film do similar even next weekend. I know next weekend we have Thunderbolts, and Thunderbolts is going to take a lot of the big IMAX screens away from Sinners, but don't be surprised if Sinners pulls in probably another $30 million next weekend. I don't think it's going to do 40 again. I think that's really pushing it. But I think it could do 30 on its third weekend. I think that it could, and that would be really impressive from Sinners. So let's head over to the top 10 now. Obviously, as you can see, Sinners number one with $45.6 million, down just 5%. The film is up to $123 million domestically and about $161 million worldwide. I think that this film probably gets to around $200 million domestically is what I could see this thing doing, which, again, is just absolutely incredible for Warner Bros. I don't think they expected Sinners to do that well, but it really did. And coming in at number two, we have Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith with $25.2 million on its re-release. Number three, we have The Accountant 2 with $24.4 million on its opening weekend, and then a Minecraft movie just keeps making a bunch of money. $22.7 million, down just 44%. Again, just those drops. It keeps dropping under 50%, which is extremely impressive, especially considering all the competition in the marketplace this weekend. The film is up to $379 million domestically in its entire run so far, and it crossed the $800 million mark worldwide. And it will probably not get to $1 billion at this point. It's probably going to go 950, but I don't think it's going to hit $1 billion. But it could. I mean, it's still in the cards. It could happen, but it's more unlikely now that it will get there. All right, number five, we have a new release, Until Dawn, which made $8 million. Not great at all for Sony. That's really bad. You ideally wanted to see that over $10 million at least, and it did not even do that. So it's struggling. Number six, we have The King of Kings from Angel Studios, which made $4.2 million, down 76%. It took a pretty hefty drop, although I think that we kind of all assumed it would take a pretty big drop because it made all of its money on Easter weekend. It's a faith-based film, so it made most of its money on Easter weekend, and so now that it's not Easter weekend anymore, it's going to take a bigger drop. Then at number seven, we have The Amateur with $3.8 million, down 46%. That film's up to $33.8 million on its total run. domestically. Number 8, we have Warfare from A24, $2.6 million, down 45%. That film's up to $21.8 million. And then The Legend of Ochi, I think I'm saying that right, Ochi, $1.4 million. It expanded wide this weekend. And then Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii made $1.3 million to close out the top 10. About one more record that got, I don't know if I want to say beaten, but it definitely got challenged this weekend, and you see a very rare thing happened at the box office this weekend, where the top 4 films, Sinners, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, The Accountant 2, and Minecraft, all made over $20 million this weekend, which is an extremely rare thing, and it has not happened since 2023, in the Barbenheimer era of 2023. I believe it was in August. It's only happened twice post-COVID, and to put it into perspective, there were no weekends in 2019, from what I could tell, from 2019 or 2018. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys can find a weekend in 2018, 2019 that 4 films did cross $20 million, put it down in the comments down below. But from what I could tell, no weekends in 2018 or 19 were able to achieve this. So this is very incredible. Just a very rare occurrence that this would ever even happen. Now, let's talk about next weekend with Thunderbolts. This is interesting. Thunderbolts is kind of a wild card because the tracking is currently saying like 70 to 75 is kind of what it's tracking at, with upside of 80 million is possible, but the reviews and the out of theater reactions to this thing have been glowing. Like, these reviews have been stellar. People calling this one of the best Marvel movies that they've ever made. So if that's true, and, you know, word of mouth spreads like that, and reviews and the Rotten Tomatoes score shows that, then I think you're going to see, and just there's a lot of momentum at the box office right now with all of these movies overperforming and just breaking records. And so there's just a lot of momentum for movie theaters right now that I could see Thunderbolts doing 90 million. I know a lot of people want to see it do 100 million. I think that that's highly unlikely, but I think it is possible that it could do 100 million. It's not impossible. It is possible, but it is highly unlikely that it would do that. So I think Thunderbolts probably makes similar to Captain America numbers. I'm going to be a little more optimistic and say 90 million is where I see this film opening to, is about 90 million. I think it can do 90 million. I think that I'm a little bit optimistic with the reviews, with the momentum that the box office has right now. I could see this thing doing 90. I don't think it's going to do 100 million. I would love for it to do 100 million, but I don't think it will. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment down below what you guys think Thunderbolts is going to open at, and what do you think of Sinners? Just absolutely stellar 5% drop. It's just absolutely unbelievable. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time.